Hi. Oh, my foot. So today, while I'm injured, hi, welcome to the channel Simplicity, TEA.
Hi guys.
We talk about things on the internet no one wants to talk about. Oh my god, I stubbed my toe. So ignore me because I'm in pain. So we're just gonna kind of jump right into it. This episode is fully Tori. You get to hear her take the lead, talk about what she wants to talk about. I kind of know what we're talking about, but I don't know as much. So she's gonna take the full lead. Maybe if I decide it matches, I'll tell an experience that might have been like this. But again, I don't know. It could have been like this. It could have not. So I'll save that for the end if it does relate. But
yes. Okay. So I'm just if you guys are wondering what I'm looking at, I have my laptop here. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's.
So before while she's pulling up her thing, I'll do our normal. Grab your teacups, teapots, mugs, bowls, whatever you drink liquid out of. I mean, you know, most people drink liquid out of anything that holds it. And even your measuring cups, if you would like to. And grab whatever you drink liquid out of and come dive into the tea with us. So.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay,
guys, there we go.
So back to what I was saying in case we cut out some of that beginning stuff. So today I want to talk to you guys about multi-level marketing schemes and just the idea of what multi-level marketing is, the dangers of multi-level marketing, what marketing itself actually is, and what, like where the some of the issues with ethics in marketing. So for reference, sorry, I was putting my drink down. For reference, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I studied marketing at my college. I got my bachelor's degree in 2023. So I'm pretty well versed on the topic. I also am a total nerd when it comes to it, and it comes to this kind of stuff, and I talk about it a lot. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Also, if you want to move over, you can get in the frame a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so anyway, for reference, I have my bachelor's degree in marketing. I studied marketing, all of that good stuff. I also research multi-level marketing schemes and things like that, so I'm pretty well versed enough to talk about the topic, but there are some creators that I'm going to shout out a little bit later that have gone even more in depth into all of this stuff and all of this whole world. So before we get started, I want to tell you what the definition of marketing actually is. And according to the Webster's Dictionary, marketing is the activity or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. So examples of marketing are just like when you go into a store, like say, the most recent one I can think of is like in Philadelphia. So the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl this year along with the Kansas City frickin' Chiefs. But in Philadelphia, a big marketing thing that they could do is have big displays of Eagles themed things and stuff out at stores and all of that good stuff that is based around the Eagles winning the NFC Championship. So it could be like magazines, t-shirts, anything like that. That is marketing to try to get you in on the excitement of the Eagles and get you to purchase something commemorating that they won. Also, marketing is something as simple as like going to the grocery store, and if you look at a bag of goldfish, they always are super brightly colored. They're always on eye level of the shelf. It's always at kids' eye level because that's what kids like. Like having little characters on cereal boxes, the color of cereal boxes, the color of cereal in general, that is all eye-catching towards kids. Also, like, I know I've thought this before, but if you see, like, perfume commercials, there's a reason why they're so dramatic, and they're so, like, oh my god, why is it so dramatic? It's just the smell. or it's just a perfume that smells good. It's dramatic, and it's like that because they want you to understand the boldness, I guess, of the scent or the luxury of the brand that's selling it, all of that good stuff. That's all related to marketing. So, if you have any questions about just that general stuff, I can get into that too, but today I'm going to focus on multi-level marketing, because even if it sounds like it's something that is legit and real and a business practice, it's not ethical in any way, shape, or form. So multi-level marketing, it's also, the term can be also presented as a pyramid scheme. So it's, the business breakdown literally looks like a pyramid, and I'll explain that further in a second. But sorry, I was answering a text. Anyway, so multi-level marketing, also known as a pyramid scheme, it's always something that's gonna sound too good to be true. So, multi-level marketing scheme, or a pyramid scheme, to break it down, as a definition, generally a multi-level marketer distributes products or services through a network of participants. Typically, the company does not directly recruit new participants, but relies on its existing participants to recruit additional participants, who in turn also recruit new participants. And that is from the FTC. That probably sounds like a whole bunch of nothing if you know what I'm talking, if you don't know what I'm talking about. For me, it makes sense, but basically a multi-level marketing scheme or a multi-level marketing company is a company that is in the shape of a pyramid. Traditionally, it would be like a CEO of a company, CFO, all of the people that run the business, and then they have people that run each individual store, and then within, or like each individual state has individuals that run each individual store. Those individual stores have people that run each individual department. Those departments hire workers, and it just kind of builds up that way. That makes sense, right? So if you're at, say you're at Target, right? Target is owned by a big, I don't know who it is, but I don't really feel like looking it up. But for the purposes of this example, Target has a CEO, right? A CEO, a CFO, all of the people that run Target as a big business, as a nationwide company, right? And then each state has a level of a person that runs all of the Targets in, maybe, say you're in California. There's somebody that runs and looks over all of the Targets in like Los Angeles, and then there's one for San Francisco and one for San Diego, like all of those kind of things. And I don't know specifically if that's exactly how Target does it, but for the purposes of this example, we're using Target. So, and that makes sense. So the CEO gets a lot of the, a percentage of the funds of what Target as a whole entire country and a whole entire nationwide store gets, right? That money then trickles down into each section of people who make money. So you start with your minimum wage people. That's just the everyday, like, store stockers, all of that kind of stuff. People that work in one individual store, or maybe two, depending on how they work things, but they make a certain amount of money. Then the next step up, you get a raise. You make a certain amount of money. Next step up, you're a manager of a store or multiple stores. You make an extra amount of money. So you make a raise and you make more money as you keep growing in the store.
There also could be assistant managers or store leaders. Target might be different, but depending on what it is, that there are different things for different department stores.
Right. So the point is, you have a different role and you make X amount of money, and it increases as you go from one role to the next, assuming that you're trying to grow within working in Target. This, for the purposes of this example. If this was a multi-level marketing company, it wouldn't be focused on that. So Target is focused on selling their products, having a good store, making sure the products that they have in store are what people want, what customers want to buy, all of that kind of stuff, right? Makes sense. So like if you go to Target and you want a certain bag of chips, they're going to make sure they have that bag of chips or whatever. That's how traditional businesses run, like Target, Walmart, grocery stores, even like small, like little baby grocery stores. That's how they work. A multi-level marketing scheme, their focus is not necessarily on the product. Their focus is on the people selling the product. So the product is not something that is actually like good quality or like checked or like regulated by the FDA or a business that's ethically recognized by the FTC, all of these kinds of things. So examples of some multi-level marketing companies are like Arbonne is one, Roden Fields is another one, Monat is one, or Monet, however you say it. I like to say Monat because they're so stupid. There's just a whole bunch of other ones, but they're like in hair care, skin care, whatever. They preach to you that their product is, Melaleuca, that's another one. Like their products are the best products around, right? So if you see people, traditionally you'll see influencers, is what I'll use that term loosely, say, oh, I work with Monat. I work with this company and I sell da-da-da-da-da. Come join my team. That is something that you want to actively avoid because there's a person that makes X amount of money, the CEO of this company. They have a thing called an upline and a downline. So your upline is essentially people that are above you, which makes sense in a traditional role as well, except it's not called an upline. It's just like having managers, coworkers, whatever. You're all relatively on the same playing field, but your progress as a person, you don't actively hire other people to gain more money for yourself in that position. I hope this is making sense. But
you're making sense.
Okay. So say I'm a person and I'm an influencer, say I'm selling Monat. I am actively trying to sell you X amount of product, right? But I'm selling you X amount of product in order for you to join my downline. So your downline is people underneath of you, and the more people you add to your downline, the more money you make. So they're not necessarily having traditional roles, but they're more so promising you can run your own business, you can be your own boss, you can girl boss, you can all of this kind of stuff. That is where a lot of this comes in. So I'm a person working for Monat, and I say to Kayla, I have a business opportunity for you. I have an idea. This is do you want to run your own business? Do you want to be your own boss? Do you want to make your own hours? Do you want to, I don't know, be a boss babe, be a girl boss, do whatever you want with your life, blah, 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 right? And it's going to sound too good to be true. So it's going to say, like, you're going to make hundreds of thousands in your first however long if you sell X amount of products, da-da-da-da. But they're not going to focus once you get into it. You're thinking, or a lot of people are thinking, oh, this sounds like a really great opportunity. Like, I can be my own boss. And it's like, a lot of the times it's like young moms or people that have struggled in the regular job market or people that are looking for jobs, people that are desperate for money. That is who they prey upon. So you have to, in this model, you have to buy product in order to make money, which doesn't make any sense. So you're going to say I work for Monat, you have to buy like $2,000 worth of products for however much time period, right? So you're going to try to sell to your friends, your family, people in your network, or like go to social media, try to sell, right? So you try to sell this product, and these products are actually, with Monat specifically, I don't know about too many other businesses, but Monat specifically has lawsuits against them because of hair loss with their hair care products. So they are not actively like making a product that is worth a damn at all. But they're claiming it's revolutionary, they're claiming all this stuff, right? But they're just claiming it because they want to lock you in. They want to see you, they want you to say, hey, this is a really great opportunity, this is awesome, let's look at this, right? Let's try this out, try to sell this much stuff. Lululemon, that's another, or not Lululemon, LuLaRoe, that's another great example if you know about LuLaRoe as a company. LuLaRoe were the ones that were making the, like, honestly, I think they were really freaking ugly. But, like, they were the ones making the leggings with all the prints on them and whatever in the, like, mid-2010s, I think. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But, they are trying to sell a product that's not great, but they are also trying to sell you the idea of this dream that I was just describing. The idea of running your own business and all of this kind of stuff. They are selling you on an idea. So say you were like, okay, great, I'm going to join this. This is going to be awesome. It's a great opportunity. You buy the product that you need to be selling, right? You sell a little bit, but then the person that's directly above you on your upline is going to say, okay, you also need to add 5 people to your downline, which that's not exactly something that happens very easily unless you're someone that's already successful on social media. You're somebody that knows how to talk the talk online and can sell the idea of this dream. That's why they're so dangerous. So I'm trying to think. Like with LuLaRoe, what ended up happening was so many people lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because they are trying to add to their downline, and eventually it got to the point that the company just imploded. Like, there were so many people that were selling LuLaRoe, nobody wanted to actively be a part of it anymore. Like, and the quality of the goods was going down significantly because so many people were buying into it. So it looked very successful and it looked like everything was going really great, but in the end it really wasn't. That's not how it was happening at all. And there's also a really, really great documentary on it. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Let me see if I can pull it up. LuLaRoe. Oh, okay, yes. It's called LuLaRich. It's on Amazon Prime. Or like Prime Video, whatever. It's only 3 episodes, I believe, 3 or 4. It's not very many, but it really goes into detail about the people that started the company, what happened when they started the company, how it blew up really big into what it was, and how it ultimately came down to it. But when I say to stay away from these things, I mean if you're coming across people saying, if something sounds too good to be true, in a case like this, it is. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news that way, but like, it is just wildly unethical, the way that they go about their business. So you don't make money as a person in a multi-level marketing scheme. You don't make money unless the person below you or you actively recruit people below you. So how you make money is when you add to your downline, they pay for the $2,000 worth of product or whatever, and then that money goes to you. So or a percentage of it goes to you. That is how you make your money. You don't make your money by selling product, because when you sell your product, you have to go back in, and if you run out of stock, you have to go back in and use your own money to buy more product to sell yourself from your own business. That's why they say you can run your own business, whatever. But if it really was your own business, you wouldn't necessarily have to buy all of this product and actively sell a dream at the same time. You could sell product and you would get the money for the product that you sell, and that could be the end of it. And then you can grow your business organically, and you can add people on and all of that kind of stuff. That's not how it works with multi-level marketing. So it's a very, very dangerous thing, and I'm kind of going over this in a very general sense. There's a couple really, really great YouTubers that I watch that talk about this kind of stuff and just talk about like unethical business practices in general. I think Kendall Rae has talked about some of this stuff in the past on her channel. I know she has a couple unethical businesses that she's done videos on. I don't think she's necessarily done any on just multi-level marketing, but so Kendall Rae is a really good one to look into if you want to look into unethical business practices.
Sorry, I had the name of a girl. She's blonde.
Kiki Chanel.
Yeah, she does a lot of it too. Yeah,
Kiki Chanel is another really great one. Cece Suarez, she's really great. I love her a lot. Isabella Lanter, she's really great too. She does a lot of the breaking down what you see on TikTok and overconsumption and stuff like that too. That's a whole nother topic that I actually want to talk about too. This is kind of what I'm saying now is kind of more off the cuff of what I'm remembering. Because I did a little bit of research last night into what I wanted to talk about, but this is just an overarching general sense. But if you have questions, obviously you can leave them in the comments, and I will absolutely answer them. We could even do a follow-up video. of like answering questions and stuff that you might have, or if you see any companies that you think might be like doing things like that, you can always send them over and I'll take a look at them and I can tell you whether I think they are or not. Obviously, I'm not an absolute expert on the subject. I just have a bachelor's degree. I don't have my master's or anything like that, so there are people that are more qualified than me. But it is really easy when you can kind of know what to look out for. So in terms of things to look out for, if they're trying to sell you, like I said, if they're trying to sell you a dream of being your own boss and things like that, rather than trying to sell you a product, that is a big red flag. That is red flag number 1. Also, if you get like DMs from random accounts saying, hey, I work for so-and-so, we want to work with you, like da-da-da-da, 99% of the time, that's not real either. Unless it's coming from, the only time it would be real is if it was coming from the actual verified account itself. That's not necessarily a multi-level marketing thing, that's just a general. There's also a bunch of like companies that are kind of falling out of, falling into a hole right now of they are a multi-level marketing scheme and they're getting caught out, and more people are becoming more aware of what pyramid schemes are. Things like that. That's all becoming it's becoming easier to spot now, I guess is what I should say, and people are more open to it. Here we go. So this is kind of a good way to summarize with some numbers. If people are number people, this is a good way to explain what the pyramid is. So I'm going to start with the very top. Obviously, it's a triangle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 pieces of this pyramid, right? This very top person is one participant, and they get paid to take in 14 participants. So they take in 14 people in their downline. So then, okay, there's another person added, participant number 2. For everybody to get paid at this level, that takes 28 people in their downline. Then there's 4 that it takes 56 people in their downline to make money. 8 people, it takes 112 people to make money in their downline, so on and so forth. Until it gets down all the way to you have 1,024 people, and for everybody to get paid at any type of level or make any type of money at all, or any type of profit, I should say, for them to get paid, you have to have a total of 14,336 people in your downline. That's not people that you're selling product to. That's people that you're selling the dream to. That is people that are wanting to work with everyone. So, and when I say like one participant, that means a level. So if you're the first level, if you're at the top, right, you need 14 people in your downline. Okay, level 2, you need 28 people in your downline. Level 3, this is in increments of 2, but one person, you need 14 people in your downline. 2 people, or level 2, 28 people in your downline. 4, you need 56 people in your downline. 8, 112 people in your downline. 32, level 32, you need 448 people in your downline. Level 256, 3,584 people in your downline. 512, 7,168 people in your downline. And then finally 1,024 participants, people that are running the business, people that are trying to sell you a dream. They need to get 14,336 people in their downline. And that, keep in mind, that is not with selling product. That is not selling product on your own, because you're selling the product that you have in stock is what you're trying to get people to buy. That amount of product is what you're trying to get people to buy in order to sell and become part of your downline. So it's a very predatory, it's a very, very predatory way of running a business. So, and then just a good, I guess, overall summary. This is from the Competition Bureau of Canada. So the difference between an MLM and a pyramid scheme: a legitimate multi-level marketing plan has 3 or more levels of participants. And pyramid selling pyramid selling, so a pyramid scheme, focuses on generating profits by recruiting others and not primarily for the sale of products, like I was saying. Thus, even when these schemes offer products, the products may be very little in value or few incentives for their sale. So the strategy, again, is sell the dream. We don't give a fuck about the product. We just have a product to sell. They are making money on the backs of other people that are vulnerable, and so on and so forth. And you can get very successful at it, but you have to be kind of a bad person in order to do it. So it can be a little bit scary, and it ultimately will leave the person that joins someone's downline oftentimes, unless you're very, very high up and you're very, I don't want to say good at your job, but you're very predatory. Excuse me. You will very likely fail. And I'm not saying that to be mean or make anybody feel bad or anything like that, but ultimately it is in the 90% in my opinion, maybe it's a little bit lower, maybe like 80% chance that you will fail, and you will end up spending more money than you have on product that you're never going to sell. That is the main thing. So it can be a very dangerous thing unless you know what to look out for. Again, if it's too good to be true, it can be very scary. I would also, if you have someone approach you with something like this, because I've actually joined, I had a friend of mine that was doing this in college, and I joined a call to hear what this was, and it's very interesting because the friend of mine that was in it was not a marketing major, but she was a business major. I'm not going to give names because that's icky. But she joined and had me join a call all about Arbonne. And it was very predatory. And it's very sell the idea of a dream. This is what you can do with this dream. And it all sounded too good to be true. And a lot of the times it is. So just be very, very careful of who you trust online. And be very, very careful of being sold the idea of a dream. And I understand that wanting to be an influencer and stuff like that, that is also an idea of a dream. But that kind of goes more into like overconsumption and things like that I also want to talk about. So again, this is more general. I hope I'm making a lot of sense. If you want me to break down anything else, obviously leave it in the comments. And I'll answer questions, or we can do a follow-up video like I said. But yeah, I just want you guys to be careful and really keep your eyes open for things that can be super harmful and really scary. So, yeah.
So I've had a lot of people that we went to high school with reach out that have been in these. One just kind of left me alone when I said no. One was really trying to get me to get a product, but I have to use a special type of shampoo for my hair, so I can't just buy any type of shampoo because my hair is fucked up. I grew up without a mother, for reference of why my hair has been fucked up. We've totally fixed it now. It feels really healthy and everything. It's fine now, but because she knows what she's talking about. Yep. But I do want to say something that happened to me. It's a very short story, so it's not long. When we were all stuck inside our houses, I don't know how this happened, but one company reached out to me about selling their clothes. They're like, you have to buy clothing, whatever. I still bought the dress because it was cute as hell, but I wasn't going to post anything about it. I just wanted the dress itself. But then 15 companies, 20 companies are blowing up my phone in Instagram DMs. Instagram DMs are not a way for real companies to really reach out to you. They would do, they would do like business inquiries through your email or something. They're not going to go through social media to reach out to you. And I knew that. Like that's not something. And so, you know, I have my email and my personal YouTube. So if they wanted to do something with me, they could have easily found my channel and they could have easily reached out that way, but they didn't. So that's how I knew that this was not it. I still bought the dress because it was, like I said, cute as hell. But, like, you know, it's just, you gotta be careful. If something comes through Instagram DMs, don't just trust it automatically because that's not good. And even me, who's, like, down for money, like, the job market is failing me. Like, even somebody who really does not have a lot of money, I am very skeptical because I know what, like, I remember when I didn't even have a job. I've had jobs now, but I remember when I couldn't even get one to begin with. I was very desperate for money, and I know at that time I would have fallen for that. Now that I've had jobs, I know what a legit job looks like, and I know when something is legit and when it's not. But if you've never had a job before, I know how hard it is to fall for that stuff. So I just want to tell you, if it comes through Instagram DMs, be skeptical. Don't just jump at it. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously, if it looks too good to be true, or it sounds too good to be true, before you jump into anything, always research the company. You can't always tell looking at like a website or stuff like that whether it's legit or not. So I honestly, as much of a hellscape as it can be, Reddit can be super helpful. Just like a quick Google search of a company, if it's something you've never heard of, always do your research and don't take everything for fact. You don't even have to listen to me. Like, if you go, I encouraged everyone to do your own research. Like I said, Kiki Chanel is a really great resource. Cece Suarez, Isabella Lanter. There's more. There's a whole bunch of content creators. If you look up just the idea of anti-MLM marketing or anti-pyramid schemes on YouTube, there's a lot of really great resources there. That's just a couple that I use that I recommend. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I hope I'm making sense. Again, if you have questions, leave them in the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer them.
Also,
do a little follow-up video myself.
If you don't want to leave a comment, I do have our social medias down below, so you can easily shoot her a DM about any questions if you don't want to leave a comment that everybody sees.
Yes, absolutely. You can always, I answer on Twitter. I would say I probably answer mostly on Twitter and Instagram. Those are the two that I use most often. So if you want to shoot me a DM there, if you have any questions about anything, of course, go ahead and let me know. But when you're coming in, just say you're from the channel, just so I know. Because a lot of the times if it's people that I don't know, I don't really want to answer, really read your message, but just say like, hey, I'm coming from the show, I have a question about blah, blah, blah. I'll be more than happy to answer. I love talking to people. I love talking about this kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm kind of a nerd about it. So yeah, and even if you just want to talk about it, if you also have a passion for those kind of things or want channel recommendations or anything like that, for marketing, or like if you're looking into doing marketing as a degree, all of that kind of stuff, I am more than willing to answer any questions you guys have.
And I'm serious. Go to her with all that. I know nothing. Next week you'll see what I know. This week is all her. This is what she knows.
This is a me topic.
You need to go to her because I can't answer any questions about that.
Yeah, I have. So back to a little bit of background. I have, like I said, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I also have done marketing for bands, local bands, friends of ours. I've been doing that since high school. I took business classes. Specifically, I took communications ethics, all of this kind of stuff. I did graphic design for businesses. I have my own social media accounts, obviously, that I take very seriously. Photography, all of that kind of stuff, that's all my realm. Kayla's more, obviously, she's more psychology, all of that kind of stuff. So you have questions about that kind of thing, go to her. But like business stuff, that's all me. So
also, like I said, we'll be doing my psychology video next week.
Yes.
So that's when you'll get to see all the stuff about psychology. And if you have any questions about that, that'll be all next week. So wait until next week for that if you're interested. We're going to be talking about people I hate and people I don't hate. There's really only one person I hate, but you know. It's fine.
I won't spoil who it is.
It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, it'll
be
funny. If you want to see Kayla get heated, that's what that's gonna look like.
At the very beginning of the video, we'll get heated.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
before we jump, do you have any questions that you want to ask?
I mean, I watch
Kiki
Chanel. Yeah, I watch her. So. And I've pretty much like been around you, so I don't have any questions.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't have any questions. I don't even know if she'll have questions next week. Maybe she'll already know everything I'm talking about too. Like, but yeah, with hers is pretty straightforward. So I pretty much understood all of it, and I've heard her talk about it before. So
yeah,
I don't have any questions.
Yeah, we talk about it normally, just in general. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little deep dive into how my brain works and where my interests are. So. Yeah, this one was all about me this week. So if you like that, hi. Really
there will be more things that are just her coming, but they're a little darker. So we're trying to do fun ones before we.
This is more just. And we can also do, like, if you guys want to, if you want more, like, lighthearted stuff, if you guys want, like, I could do, like, a day in the life or something. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would want that, but
that's true.
Day in the life, I can show you some of my creative projects and stuff that I'm working on, because I'm kind of always working on something. Here, this is one of my more, I had to glue the rhinestones back on, but, like, this is one of my, one of my more recent things. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but, like, I rhinestone stuff, I do a whole bunch of art things, so yeah. But that's just a little peek into some stuff I do. So if you're interested in more, check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter, all of that stuff I post on there, so yeah.
The only creative thing I can do is embroidery, so if anybody's interested in me making a video about how to make embroidery, I can even do that on my own personal channel, if that's easier, and I'll show you guys how to do embroidery, because I actually taught myself. So.
Yep.
Because if you have a background in sewing, it'll be easier for you to learn that than if you don't. That's why I could pick it up so quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that,
I think that's it.
I mean, if that's that all you want? Okay,
yep,
well, then we went through it. Be careful online.
Yes,
don't
be very
trust
careful.
everybody that you automatically meet, reach out to you. It is a scary world out there, and it is horrible world out there. I wish it was safer, but it's not. It's not. And there are people wanting to take advantage of your desperation. And please, coming from someone who was desperate for money, I even thought about becoming a stripper at some point.
Yeah.
Guys, be really careful, because it's
and do your own research.
Yeah.
And that is not in an anti-vax Trumper way. That is in be skeptical of everything way.
Yeah.
Do your own research.
Just do your own research. Form your own, even if you're forming your own beliefs about things. Form your own beliefs. Don't let anybody tell you what to believe, what not to believe. Honestly, we have our own beliefs. Everybody else has their own beliefs. It's just, it's how it is. Like, you just do what you feel comfortable doing. Look at this stuff. See if the company's legit. That's why you want to look it up. See if it's legit.
And just be cautious.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Next week we're going to jump into more about the human mind. So
which is very fun.
It's excited about that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about a lot of dark stuff in the history of psychology, but it's important to talk about.
Which is actually kind of fun, because this is also another video idea. Let me know if you guys want to see this too. But there's a lot of psychology also in marketing too. And how things work and stuff like that too, like specifically marketing in Disney. That is something that I really want to talk about. So if you guys are interested in that, let us know for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm writing down new ideas as we get them. Anyway, so yeah, let us know if you want that. But for now, we're gonna leave you there, because if we keep going, it's gonna be like 3 hours. Yeah. And Kayla does not want to edit a 3-hour video. No. But yeah, so also if you, I just thought about this, if you want me to make a video talking about my editing process, I can do that on both channels. I could just post it on both. But yeah, anyway, so.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this. Maybe you could share it to your friends, everybody you know that's looking for a job. Also, I am job searching on Indeed, and sometimes there are fake jobs put up there. So also
we can talk about that
careful.
Too, also.
Be careful, because I've seen a lot of fake psych jobs pop up there. So do be careful. If it pays you too much when you just have a bachelor's, you only get paid a lot of money if it's a master's. Right. So be careful.
Yes.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys were interested in this topic and kind of a little more about me, but yeah, that's it.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.